Hey guys, what's up? We are back with another video today, and today we are doing my second to last Chicago Bears mock draft. So as always, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Quick little spiel here. I am two subscribers away from 500, so please hit that subscribe button down below. Help me get to 500 subscribers. As soon as the NFL draft is over, I will release a poll on my YouTube community page, and make sure that you go ahead and vote. I will be either doing NCAA previews or NFL predictions. They're the same thing. I just call them previews or predictions. Same thing of most teams in NCAA or all of the NFL teams. So vote which one you want, as I will do all of those coming up. So make sure you go and check out that poll after the NFL draft if you are here after that. If not, hit that subscribe button, like button down below if you enjoy this content, and comment all your thoughts and opinions down below. I cannot wait to hear. I will probably be doing a day 2 live stream of the NFL draft, as both of the Chicago Bears' first couple of picks are on day 2. So I'll probably be doing a day 2 live stream if you want to check that one out. So let's get started with today's video. With pick number 39, I have the Chicago Bears selecting Tyler Linderbaum, the center out of Iowa. And I want to say this. I don't think that Tyler Linderbaum is going to probably fall to pick 39. In my opinion, he's a mid-first rounder. But at the same time, I've been hearing a lot from a lot of draft experts, not my sources, draft experts, and from what I've been seeing in mock drafts, big boards, stuff like that. It seems like Linderbaum is going to be a late first rounder to early second rounder, so I don't think that this pick is as unrealistic. I try to keep most of the picks unrealistic. If Trevor Lawrence from last year's draft was there at number 39, I'm not going to pick him. But point being is this: I think that this is a more realistic pick, and if he is the pick, this is an interesting concept, because if you did not know, the Bears picked up a center slash guard from the Green Bay Packers to come over with Luke Getsy, who's the Bears' new offensive coordinator. So now if you draft a Linderbaum, he is a definite center. Do you move Lucas Patrick to guard? Because Linderbaum was the best player available by far. I think he's a first-round talent. So I think picking him up is the right move, but then where do you put Lucas Patrick? Do you put him at guard? Do you keep him at center and move Linderbaum to guard? I don't think Linderbaum has the weight or the height or any of the physical presence as a guard particularly, but as a center, yes, he does. On to the next pick. We have a trade alert here. I traded picks 48 and 148 to our rival Packers for picks 53 and 92. I think as long as you're moving up in the draft order, it's 5 slots. There wasn't anybody that I needed to get right away. The only player that I was going to get was Christian Watson, but it was between him and this player that I'm about to draft named George Pickens. I think that both of them are going to be stars in the league and that are pretty undervalued for 2 different reasons, whether Christian Watson playing small competition or whether it's George Pickens with his coming off his ACL tear. But here's the thing. George Pickens is a first-round value, plain and simple. He started to rise up boards a little bit, and I wonder if he'll go more late first round, with the Chiefs needing a wide receiver, the Packers need a wide receiver, both of them having multiple first round picks, the Lions having a couple of picks there in the late first round, early second round, probably picking him up, needing wide receiver help. But maybe they don't. Maybe he falls a little bit into the mid to late second round, or mid to early second round. So I decided to pick up George Pickens, and I thought move back 5 spots and move up 50 spots with my next pick at 92. I thought that was a great deal right there. So heading on to my next pick at number 71, I have another trade alert here, picking up 2 additional picks 86 and 126 from the Raiders. I sent them picks number 71 and a 2023 7th round pick. I try not to use that, but we don't have a 7th round pick this year, so and it wasn't fair to send them a 6th round pick this year, so a 2023 7th, which I think is definitely worth a 5th round pick this year. So I have them picking up that. picks 86 and 126. And again, there wasn't anybody particularly that I needed. The player the Raiders ended up drafting was John Mechie, and I'm not as high on John Mechie, and I think he's fallen off a lot of people's boards. So I think that was a good pickup of additional picks and moving up in the draft order altogether. So with pick 86, I have the Bears selecting Brian Asmaiola, the second, the linebacker out of Oklahoma. I think that this is a great pickup as he is a very versatile linebacker, and that's exactly what the Bears are looking for. You can play him in any position, whether that's Will or Sam or Mike, in the 4-3 defense, and I think that's exceptionally important with three guys now that can play pretty much any of the three positions, whether that's Nathaniel Morrow or Roquan Smith, depending on where you want them to play, but at least this gives you versatility. And this is a guy that, if you know what RAS is, it's relative athletic score. It just means they're really athletic or really not athletic, and it's a scale of 1 to 10. He has a 9.39. That's extremely athletic, and that's what I was looking for in this pick, is you have an extremely athletic linebacker, and, well, I really like that. I think that can be a successful thing. Maybe he is your Roquan Smith 2.0, and having him as a kind of a Robin to Roquan Smith's Batman, stuff like that, playing well together. So, heading on to the other pick and the trade that I got with the Packers was Logan Hall, defensive tackle / defensive lineman out of Houston. Logan Hall is an athletic freak. He got a 10 on the RAS scale, which is obviously the highest that you can get, and it's extremely rare. Then again, but he is an extremely athletic, versatile lineman, and he can play your 3 technique, and that's exactly what I was looking for with this. If we pick up Logan Hall, I will be very happy, because I think that that's something that you can do, pick up a defensive lineman that can play your 3 technique, maybe transition a little bit with Kyrus Tonga and Justin Jones and stuff like that. Maybe that will work out a little bit better as playing a 3 technique. I think he's very versatile. I think he can even play a defensive end spot if you really needed him to. Heading on to the next pick at pick 126, I have the Bears selecting one of the most athletic players in this draft, Zion McCollum, center out of Sam Houston State. And I think by now, and after these last 2 picks, you're going to kind of figure out that I really like athletic players. I think that is extremely important when drafting a class, especially when you have a lot of positions to fill, a lot of holes that you have on the team. Just kind of having athletic guys that you can mold and build into NFL caliber players, especially with no first-round picks. But I had him picking him. He is an outside cornerback. He's tall, lengthy, has all the skills. And here's the only problem I have with picking a cornerback not earlier and waiting till now. With waiting till now, the problem with it is this. That means that you're competing between Thomas Graham and this guy, Zion McCollum. And you don't really want to compete between the two. So that is the only problem that I see with my draft class particularly. But I would say this. I think that both of them, one of them is going to work out in my opinion. So I think that it's good. You have a good nickel in Trayvon Young. You have a good CB1 in I said Josh Johnson. Jordan. What is his name? Johnson, CB Bears. Jalen Johnson. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, guys. Jalen Johnson has a good CB1. I think that both of them, one of them is going to work out in my opinion. So I think that adding depth is the way to go. Just throwing a bunch of darts at the board and seeing what sticks. At pick 150, I have the Bears selecting Tyquan Thornton, the wide receiver out of Baylor. I think that this is a big pickup. He's just a speed threat. Speed on the outside. Both with Jordan Pickens being a bigger body speed receiver, and then Tyquan Thornton just being a pure speed threat. The only problem I see with Thornton in the NFL is he's a little bit thin. He's going to need to pack a little muscle on, but that's just something that you do in the NFL. You pack a little muscle on, you get bigger, you get stronger, stuff like that. So I think that you do need to add a little weight if you're Tyquan Thornton. But That is my biggest thing, is that he is a legit 4-2 speed threat. And with him and Darnell Mooney and Byron Pringle, that's going to be a hard offense to stop if you're going to just be able to pass that ball with speed, plus some more speed. And then with the final pick, again, another athletic freak that scored a 10 on the RAS scale, Amari Rodgers, and that's not the wide receiver out of Clemson. Amari Rodgers, the tight end out of Ohio. He is a former quarterback that just transitioned to tight end and is an intriguing prospect that has many different versatile abilities all over the field. He's 6'6", 230 or 40 pounds, and just an athletic freak. And I think that that's something that you can use. You have Cole Kmet. That's kind of, I really like Cole Kmet as a Notre Dame fan. I'm not going against it, Cole Kmet. I'm not dissing him. I do honestly like him. But this gives you the ability to have a more athletic, more versatile, more a different tight end in the mix, and I think that that's what you're looking for. So that wraps up my second to last mock draft. That make sure you check back for my final mock draft coming out Thursday, exactly 1 week before the draft. As always, have a great day. Bye, guys.